So one of the key things that you said in there, and I think all of us as owners of MSPs can relate to it, is those nights and the weekends, those emergency calls that are going off. I shared a story with Trent Peters on my honeymoon night. Data center was down, Linux farm. I was the only person that knew Linux. So on my wedding night, after the ceremony, guess what I got to do? Go into the business center and get a data center back up online. You looked at this a little bit differently and you approached it differently in your MSP. Share with everybody on kind of what your thoughts were around, calming down that noise, and how are you able to achieve something that many MSPs think is just absolutely impossible?
We started in 2006. So basically it was kind of funny the way we evolved. When we started with, and I don't even know if you and I ever even talked about this, we've had a lot of conversations over the years, but that initial way that we did things, we did a project first and then, onboarded them. So yes, you're right. We did fix a lot of things. Like for example, every one of our clients, server 1 was their file server in DC, the name. Server 2 was their Exchange server. Server 3 was their RDP server. Every single one of them, server 1 was 10.11.11, server 2 was 10.11.12, right? The exact same Extreme Network switches. We had matching purple cables and like everything was perfect, right? It worked great and the concept was there. The only problem is no way in a million years are you gonna have fast growth that way. Like it was just too hard, right? You had to build brand new environments for every client in order to support them. But there was a little hidden gem in there in that we gained great efficiency because every time we had a new consultant come on board, we had to teach them one set of standards. Every time someone picked up the phone for a help desk for a new client, they knew like, oh, I already know, I can look at the network, I know what's what, right? It was almost like learning a language. Yeah. And that kind of became part of our secret sauce as we looked and said, hey, how can we do this across companies that have, one has an HP server, one has a Dell server, one has this, one has that, right? And we started creating these spreadsheets and putting all these standards and best practices together. I know we had so many spreadsheets, but we had these sets. So every client had their standards folder, and in there were these audit questions that we went through over and over again. And we had a little drop down in one of the fields that was a picture of like a green check, a bomb, like all this stuff, right? Most people watching this know there's tools that do that now. We had spreadsheets.
We did. Right? We had Excel.
Yeah. And then what you did is that every month you ran those audits, you just saved another copy of it. So if someone said, oh, can you show us what the trend has been around this or how has this improved? We're like, yeah, that's fine. Let me just open 12 spreadsheets and analyze what's happened every month over 12 months.